Hey guys, it's Joe with OMNIA Guide, and today we're going to be doing the new event called Right Arm with a Mission EX stage, and this is the one featuring the Final Fantasy VII character Barret, and it will synergize Tifa as well, but we will be focusing on a non-synergy team because even without those two characters, I feel like you can do the priority of shaving down the last bosses, which is quite easy if you know the workaround to it. And for me, I'm going to use Agrias and Bartz to fight against these last two bosses, the Jewel Turtles, and they get to pretty high amounts of bravery with their retreat move, and just have to be able to shave them down whenever they do that. So just be sure to know exactly how to take care of those things, and you should be having a pretty easy time with this. I feel like this was one of the easier EX stages we had in a while, so along with Lilisette, who's going to share her bravery along with the debuffs to further help out these two guys. I think this EX stage will be pretty straightforward as it was for me. So let's go and start with this. We're going to have Brother summon to further help out the Max Brave department. And we're going to bring in Agrias instead of Leo because if we look at this last boss, it's not immune to force, but it is resistant against magic attacks. So even though the other two will have a decent time trying to launch the enemy, I think it's a little bit better to not go with a resisted Leo as your summon when you can go with Agrias instead as your 5-turn support. And I'm going to go with this, and hopefully we can get a decent score out of this. Again, let's see what the target score is before we go into it. I got 240,000, but I think that was way overkill of what was required out of all this. And let's look at it real quick. If we go all the way down, there's a lot of events recently, so if we look at this, yeah, right on with a mission, 190,000 is what everybody should be kind of reaching for to get the max amount of rewards, and every reward's above that as well. So let's get right into it. Wave 1, we're not going to conserve a lot of skills here. We're going to go straight in, trying to be aggressive as we can, trying to clear these trash mobs as fast as we can. And with 13,000 and 12,000 so forth, it will be good enough to clear all these guys in one hit. So you don't have to be too aggressive, but we always do want to go with a double hand just to try to be quick with opening up Bart's passive, which means you have to use both of those skills at least one time. And with Agrias, we're not going to rush into Knight's Pride right away. We will just kill off B, and then we can worry about Knight's Pride later. We can do HP attack with Lilisette, just call it a day. And with Wave 2, just the same thing. If we see Knight's Pride opening up, we will go and use that. And I think one Knight's Pride should be able to kill off this Evil Eye. And it did, so the 7,000 actually will be good enough to kill it off, so we don't have to do anything special with this. We're going to go to HP attack. And we're going to try to go with, yeah, this will kill it off, but hopefully we can get a missile to proc, and yeah, let's just go in HP attack. We can use missile on the next turn. It's not going to be too much of a waste. So this wave 3 will have one Skull Dragon Soul, so just once again pretty straightforward one. Nothing too crazy about this specific mini boss. Let's go and start with Judgment Blade. No, actually before that I'm gonna go with Knight's Pride to make sure that Bartz has enough Brave to proc his HP attack after his missile. Let's go and do that now. Missile, just shave off and get the HP attack off as well. Now the passive is open, so everybody gets a little bit stronger. With this one now, let's go and use Judgment Blade. Actually, let's do Brave Attack. Let's do Brave Attack just so that everybody has enough Braves to not get broken here. We're not necessarily scared of this. We still need to make sure that we get as many turns to make this as efficient as we can. With this one, let's use Inuki so that it come up. And it's going to be max damage. And with this one, let's do HP attack. And Bartz will have his turn. We're going to use Missile on this specific situation, and we'll push the boss back one more turn. We'll use Whirling Edge to split the damage. Darka won't do anything to Bartz, and this is where we can use another HP attack. Agrias, and we're nearly max damage on. And this is another Inuki opportunity. I think we might have to use double hand to actually kill this off, so I'm gonna do that. 21,000? It actually will not kill it, so 4,000 won't kill it either, so we're gonna have to use another Whirling Edge, even though it's a little bit of waste. I don't wanna waste a lot of turns here, and I can just kill it off. So with Bartz now, let's use the Inuki on A, and this will brave everybody up just a little bit. And with Lilisette, we can kill this off, just an HP attack, so we're on to wave 5 already. It's pretty much the main boss, but it almost feels like it's a little bit weaker than a lot of the bosses we fought in the previous time, so hopefully you guys can feel that same way as well. We do have 6 turns left on our Knight's Pride, so we're going to go and start with Judgment Pride. Judgment Blade. And with Bartz now, we can go with... let's go with Missile, since we have nothing better to do right now. We do need to be a little bit conservative with missiles now, because we want to wait for that timing when these guys get to really high brave count. And let's use Sensual Dance now. Let's not waste any turns getting them debuffed. Can use a double hand on this situation. On A, let's go and do that. 26 damage. And both of these guys will attack Lilisette just with the basic brave attack and won't be able to do anything else. So good stuff coming in. This guy got pretty high in the bravery count, but we're not going to be too worried about it. Let's go and use Hollow Bolt to get 24,000 damage on both of these guys. A good way to start things off. Let's use Whirling Edge. This is split damage both ways. With Bartz, we can go with another Inuki. Let's go and do that. Shave this guy down a little bit. We can use a missile, but I think since we have a lot of turns left, we're going to try to be a little bit more conservative with the missiles for the time that we really need it. Judgment Blade again. We need to be a little bit more conscious of the turn count. Now that is 3. Lilisette will be attacked next, and I'm actually gonna bring in Agrias now. And hopefully we can get something good going here, because brothers will open up very, very soon. Let's use Knight's Pride on B, and we'll use 4 Knight's Pride before we end up with a Hollow Bolt, and hopefully we can do it while the summon is up. And with B next to break, we're gonna do that and just go with Missile. And with Agrias now, we can go with the Knight's Pride, but yeah, let's go and use Knight's Pride, then summon on the next turn. We can actually use Judgment Blade and bring brothers on the next turn up, since we'll have it available. Let's go and summon brothers now and try to get the maximum value for what we can from this turn. Let's start with the Inuki. I think that's a good start, and let's use it on B. I'm gonna try to clear both of these bosses approximately at the same time, and simultaneously it's going to be the objective. And we're at 4 stacks already, and we're about to get to 5 stacks soon, so I'm actually gonna wait this out and just gonna use one more Knight's Pride before I use the Hollow Bolt on the next turn. 37 damage onto A. And we're at 2 counts now. We're going to use Judgment Blade first, then use Knight's Pride on the next turn, so let's go and do that. 31,000 actually. This one's ready, so we're going to use Hollow Bolt now and try to get close to that 38,000. Hopefully we can get that, since these guys don't have anything right now. 22,000 both ways. Okay. With this one, let's go with Missile, since nothing else is available for us right now. With this one, let's use Knight's Pride. Hollow Bolt is ready, but we have to use Knight's Pride. We're going to use Hollow Bolt on the next turn. It would have been nice if that came up a little bit earlier. It's a little bit pity, but we're going to be okay with it. Let's use Inuki, since it's available, onto A. Now the retreat will happen again. This is the kind of the timing where we would need Lilisette back again. A is going to attack pretty soon, but we will not mind that. We're just going to go and use Knight's Pride, our last one, and use it on B. And we're at 35 turns right now, and the required turn count is actually 85, so we have a lot of leg room in terms of how flexible we want to be about clearing this one. I'm going to try to clear this as fast as possible, obviously, and hopefully it'll be just fine. Okay, silence will affect these guys again, and we will use missile on B. We'll easily shave everything off here. And now this one will go out, and we can use Sensual Dance again to debuff Turtle B. For this one, let's use Judgment Blade again to really break both of these guys. Now with Bartz though, we can use another Inuki. It's available. Bartz is going to be targeted by A in a bit, but we can worry about that a little bit later. Let's go and do that now and use Rolling Edge with Lilisette. We have 2 more available. Okay, so Agrias will not be attacked with the silence being affected. Now Bartz will be attacked on the next turn, but we can just use Agrias to take care of this. We're going to use another Knight's Pride since we don't need 9 turns of Agrias to probably finish this off. So let's give Bartz a little bit more brave to work with. And we'll get attacked on this next turn. No problem once again. So Joe Brilliant's retreat again. Let's use missile onto A. I think this will shave up a lot. 17. So it's 1.7 left to go. And this Braven. We can use Rolling Edge again, but let's go and do that. Let's risk it for a bit. I think we're going to be okay with the sap coming through. Yeah, it's going to be just fine. And with Agrias now, I think one more Judgment Blade should be definitely able to take care of A for now. And all we have to worry about is about B. That will come up in the next turn. Okay, we do have one more Sensual Dance left to go. We don't have any more missiles, so we were hoping to finish this guy off as soon as we can. Let's use Inuki. Everybody back up. It's 21,000 just fine. And Lilisette can use her Sensual Dance. And with this one, let's use Hollow Bolt is ready, so we're going to do that. And hopefully we can finish it on this turn. 48 turns. And maybe this will be good enough. 26,000 damage is just good enough. And there you go, the Barret EX stage. It's actually quite easy. And once you guys know how to handle this last boss, it's pretty much the only difficult part about this EX quest more than anything else. Got another 240 plus in terms of the scoreline. All we really needed was 190,000, and as long as you have a good Brave Shaver, I think Bartz works really well once again this time around, and any other Brave Shavers will do. Even Beatrice comes to mind when you want to shave down the Brave count of both of these guys. So as long as you can get that done, this 240,000 I've been getting for the last 2 battles just doesn't seem that difficult to get. I think anyone can really achieve for that and really enjoy this EX with a breath of fresh air, because I think you're not going to have too much difficulty with this particular one. The one that I'm actually having difficulty with right now, it's kind of a side story, is that the new Heretic Challenge is requiring, I think, about 24? It's crazy because I completed all of it, right? But I used the same parties to complete. But you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 3, so that is 24 characters and 24 unique characters to perfect all 8 stages, only to open up this EX stage, which will be not that hard, I'm sure, but getting to this seems so difficult because this account is so new and I don't have 24 unique characters I'll be able to beat level 80 quests. So it is a bit of a side story, but just letting you know that there is a bit of a break with Rardon with a mission, this Barret EX quest, and it's actually not that hard. So you guys can refer to this video if you guys like, and hopefully you can beat this with a lot of ease as I was able to do on this first try. And that's gonna be it, guys. If you guys like this video, be sure to subscribe to OMNIA Guide and put a like on this video. It would be appreciated. And if you guys like this content, be sure to check us out on the next video. We'll be back with another content very, very soon, so we'll see you then.